Great Wall buys its own land, uses its own money to put up the unit and sell at market rates, which is even below what affordable housing units are. And yet this other side, they have used our public money, taxpayer money, they have used our public land to put up the units, and yet they are still priced slightly above what the market could have offered. That is why I say these are haste on the people of Kenya.
Could you be among the people the president is accusing of sabotaging his
I am not sabotaging anybody's plan. I am only defending the rule of law and our constitution. When a haste is going on, you must call it by what it is. This is a haste on public land. This is a haste on public finance.
Well, a very good day to you, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another episode of the Candid Talk here on Herman Manyora's YouTube channel in this month of January. Of course, this is the year 2024. Happy New Year to you once again, and I wish you all the blessings that this year actually has to offer. Welcome to this conversation, and thank you for being part of this family. We do hope that this year you'll also soldier around with us, and we are more than glad to bring you up to date with comprehensive analysis of everything taking place in this country with regards to politics, governance, and of course public administration. Of course, I am always here with a number of guests and experts who will be more than glad to share their opinions on what is taking place in the country. And one of the very well-known legal experts here is Wakili Willis Otieno, who joins me this fine morning. Wakili, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Welcome yet again on another episode of the Candid Talk.
Yeah, thank you.
Here we are. I saw number of houses, rather an advert on the affordable houses available in Nakuru County. Of course, there are people are supposed to now actually get in and start occupying therein. That advert I saw on the dailies, and of course I saw the governor of Nakuru County, Susan Kihika, telling the president, thank you for giving us this kind of project, because our people now will actually find a good place. Of course, she was actually saying that that's a good project, and of course the people of Nakuru have started seeing the fruits of the policies of Kenya Kwanza. Now I want us to begin from here. Tell me these houses that were available, the ones that were actually released in Nakuru, were they Uhuru's project or Ruto's project? Let us begin from there.
To start with, that was Uhuru's project.
Okay.
That's when the concept was initiated. So you cannot say that it's Kenya Kwanza that has put up those houses. Number two, this obsession with the so-called affordable housing. Nakuru has a population of almost 3 million people. And they put up less than 1,000 housing units. What's the impact of that to the population of Nakuru? There are 3 million, you're putting 1,000. That's not even a drop in the ocean. That is barely, it's barely, let me say, even moisture in the ocean. It does not make any difference when you look at it in totality. Then number three, look at even the cost of those houses. People are being told to pay a deposit of almost 400,000 Kenya shillings.
And that is actually the question we are asking. How affordable is affordable?
So what is affordable? That's the point. So that we are saying, if you're telling someone that they're going to pay a deposit of 400,000 Kenya shillings and the house is going to be valued at 4 million Kenya shillings, just go here to Great Wall, here in Mlolongo. Great Wall apartments are selling 2-bedroom apartments at 3 million Kenya shillings. Nakuru, they are selling the same unit at 4 million. So what is affordable? The market already, as the private sector, has set up and built houses that anybody with 3 million Kenya shillings can afford. Great Wall here, it's not far. It's here in Mlolongo. They are selling units at 3.2 million. 2-bedroom units. Nakuru, they are selling at 4 million. So there's nothing affordable in this affordable housing. And then number three.
Just a correction, I saw the Nakuru, the 2-bedroom was going for 3 million, and
Yes.
the 3-bedroom is I think there's one that was going for 4 million.
No, it is 3.5. Here in Mlolongo is going for 3.2.
Okay.
In fact, when they do offers, it's going for 2.8. At Great Wall, it's here in Mlolongo.
Okay.
It exists. So what is affordable? So their housing units are same cost as what the market is offering. So then number 3, the point I wanted to make was that when you talk about affordable housing, what you should be looking at is the ability of Kenyans to earn money. Our problem is not a housing problem, as I said. Our problem is an earning problem. The people of Kenya, the bulk of Kenyans who live in low quality houses are not living in those houses because there are lack of houses. They live in those houses because they don't have money in their pockets. Their problem is the economy. They are not able to earn in this economy. That is what is forcing them to live in low quality housing. If you worked on putting money in their pockets, if you came up with a production agenda that puts money in the pockets of these Kenyans, they will be able on their own to afford or to build housing units that are decent. They'll be able to buy from Great Wall before they go to your 3.5 in Nakuru. Right? But if you just leave it that we are building houses and you're going to give them for free, are they going to eat the brick and mortar of that unit? Are they going to maintain the facilities, the amenities that are required, those units? Because now with that comes electricity costs. With that comes cost of repairs and maintenance that they must meet. But if they don't have money in their pockets, you start seeing those affordable housing units, so-called affordable housing units, turn into high-rise slums. Because everything there will start breaking down. Doors will be hanging, wardrobes will be down, taps will not be working, running. There'll be leaking taps everywhere. Toilets will be blocked. So focus on what the problem is. The problem is not lack of houses. The problem is people don't have money in their pockets. Their earning capacity has been diminished. The market has enough housing units. In fact, I saw another project that was selling one-bedroom houses at 1.8 million here in somewhere along Kiambu Road. So we have enough affordable housing that the private sector in its own way has put up. But they are not takers because the people don't have money in their pockets and they are not able to afford those units. And then ultimately, the government intervention, by its nature, it's very suppressed. Whatever intervention they are dealing with, even the Nakuru ones, 1,000 units, less than 1,000 units, to a population of 3 million Kenyans. That is, you're laughing at those people. There's nothing you are doing. You're just actually wasting everybody's time and you're wasting our years doing something that will not have an impact on the lives of a majority of Kenyans. At government level, your interventions should not be targeted to an individual. It should be about leaving positive impact on the vast majority of your population. And that is what Kenya Kwanza has failed to do.
What do you make of the government's kind of idea? Because here is a situation whereby, as you said, the private sector buys this land, pays for it, pays for the land rates and all that, and actually does the construction and everything, and they are still able to sell it at a cheaper price, as, of course, as you've talked to, just as going by the example that you've given us here. A situation here from the government, actually there is the housing levy, so you tax Kenyans, you get government land for free, and then you go ahead and actually sell the houses at a higher rate. What is actually happening here? Because we don't understand it.
This is what you call entrepreneur-driven project. People are just doing these things to make money out of Kenyans. Because the whole concept, even if it's being funded using our taxpayer money, why are they being sold at market rates? Because they're selling them at market rates. Or even slightly above market rates. They are selling them at above market rates. But yet, this project is being financed using our taxpayer money. So you collect my money, put up that unit, then you come back to me and tell me, will you pay at market rates to access the unit? So they essentially using the public, the people of Kenya, to finance their own private sector, private ventures, to put up those houses and sell it back to Kenyans. So at the end of the day, they are the ones who will have accumulated money. They will accumulated housing units at our expense. So this is not an affordable housing program. That is a misnomer. This is a total haste on the people of Kenya. Our money is being taken, used to build houses. Once those houses are up, it is sold to us at market rate. Great Wall is doing it without taking our money. Great Wall is doing it without using public land. Great Wall is doing it using their own finances. Once they've done it, they come back to us as a market and tell us, we are selling to you this unit. We have an offer, 2.8 million, 2-bedroom house. Normal price, 3.2 million. Normal price. So you can buy. But then, the difference between the Great Wall experiment and the affordable housing experiment is public money. Great Wall don't use public money. The affordable one is using public money because they've accessed our money. It's our tax, we paid for it. They're using public land. It's our land. Great Wall buys its own land, uses its own money to put up the unit and sell at market rates, which is even below what affordable housing units are. And yet, this other side, they have used our public money, taxpayer money, they have used our public land to put up the units, and yet they are still priced slightly above what the market could have offered. That is why I say these are haste on the people of Kenya.
Here we are. There was a court order that actually stopped the public participation on the so-called housing bill that was tabled in Parliament back then.
Yes.
And apparently, the Finance and Planning Committee in Parliament, headed by Honorable Kuria Kimani, is already planning on public participation kind of event. I saw the media reporting and saying that these people have decided to actually blatantly disregard the court orders. But Kimani Ichung'wah came forth and said that they're not disregarding any court orders, or rather disobeying any court orders, they're just doing their work. What do you make of the way the Parliament right now actually interprets its mandate, its role with regards to the court orders that have been issued?
Once the court order has been issued, they have a duty to obey that court order. Anything outside of that is contempt of court. And I do hope that the courts need to now start biting. They need to start imposing sanctions on officers who are blatantly disobeying its own orders. Otherwise, even the courts are not doing justice to the people of Kenya when its orders are disobeyed and they do nothing about it. If that process goes forward, we expect the courts not to issue a fine, but to jail, issue orders of warrants of arrest against the officers who will have disobeyed the court order and proceeded with that public participation in disobedience of the court orders. Let the law take its course. And that is one thing that as Kenyans, we need to always happen. It is better at any time to err on the side of the rule of law. Because when people start disobeying court orders, people start disobeying the rule of law, then you are creating a state of anarchy. And once anarchy sets in, no one knows at what point you will stop. And no one knows what casualties that will take in. It's in our best interest, and the best interest of even the Kenya Kwanza Brigade, to ensure that they at all times are on the side of the rule of law and obey the orders of the courts, even if you don't agree with them. Many a times, Kenyans at one point or another may not disagree with an order issued by a court, but for good orderliness, you just respect it, but you show your disagreement with that order.
Even after, as we conclude, even after unveiling of the affordable housing units in Nakuru therein, and we've seen a number also being unveiled elsewhere in the country, you still hold that opinion that it's not a good project for the country?
But I've said it's a haste. I can buy here at Great Wall, I've told you.
Okay.
At Savo, Savo, I can buy a unit at 1.8 million. 1-bedroom unit, 1.8 million. Great Wall, I can buy a unit, 2-bedroom unit at 3.2 million. Nakuru, they are selling at 3.5 million. Now ask yourself, land in Mlolongo is prime than land in Nakuru, even in terms of location.
Okay.
Yeah. The Mlolongo one is cheaper. This one is more expensive. And yet the Mlolongo one did not use my public money. It's not built on public land. Still being costed at a lower cost than the public one. Why do you say that that's a good thing?
Okay.
It's not. In fact, it's a haste. Our money is being stolen.
Could you be among the people the president is accusing of sabotaging his
I am not sabotaging anybody's plan. I am only defending the rule of law and our constitution. When a haste is going on, you must call it by what it is. This is a haste on public land. This is a haste on public finance. Because they are using our money to build those units. And they are selling those units at slightly above the market rate. Because I can tell you, a 2-bedroom unit in Nakuru should not even cost you more than 2.5 million.
Okay.
Because if Mlolongo is selling a 2-bedroom unit at 3.2 million, Why is Nakuru selling a similar unit at 3.5 million? It's a haste. There's nothing affordable about the affordable housing units. It's actually a haste on our public finances and our public land on which those houses are being put up.
Well and good, ladies and gentlemen, that is the opinion here of Wakili Willie Sotino. We've been having this conversation with him. Well, you can tell us what you think about the, of course, the government's policy and the kind of idea that they've had right now. Of course, houses have been unveiled in Nakuru, and of course, a number of them are still under construction. I saw the President lay foundation for one such a project in Eldoret there. We're waiting to see whether they'll actually obey the court orders and rather implement all these things without implementing the housing levy as it is right now. Weigh in and tell us what you think about this, and can you actually afford those houses? They are in going for 3.5 million and of course 4 million therein. We are here, and of course I want to tell you that our group here will always be on the ground and ready to bring you up to date with comprehensive analysis of everything that is taking place in the country. You can partner with us, you can talk to us, you can email us down there. Our details are down there, and of course we will be more than ready to listen to you. Allow me to stop at this point, but please, if at all you're watching us for the first time, please kindly subscribe to this channel and stay tuned for some of our programs that will be coming up next. My name is Evans. Okay.